Alright, it's Jay today and Gwen tomorrow, and I'm back with another adventure today. So currently I'm in Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa at that. And I'm going to give you a hint where I'm going next. It'll just be a little hint, and then you guys will have to figure it out. So, the hint is, if you built it, he will come. So, I don't know what I'm going to be able to all see it, because again, it is the winter months. But I figured I'd bring you guys along on a journey. We'll see together if we're able to see anything or if we're not. So, yeah. Got about 22 miles before I get there, so it should be kind of interesting. Should definitely be cool. Now that I'm thinking about the time this video is uploaded, you guys will already know by the title. So, but that's fine. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So this is Dubuque's West End, or the West End of Dubuque, I guess is what it's referred to as. You can see Budweiser off over to the right, way over there. This is going to be interesting. Longhorn Western Store. I'm guessing a boot store. See, Dubuque has quite a bit of hills over here. Did not know that. Very hilly. And currently it's January 4th, and currently it's 12:56, so good. This road is really bumpy. On US 20 going west. Never been over here, have no idea what I'm gonna see, so should be interesting. So a fun fact about Iowa is Iowa has about 6,000 pig farmers that are private. And that's usually pork is what comes from Iowa usually, from my understanding. But over 6,000 private farmers that are pig farmers. So did not know that until I did the research. So that's kind of cool. So if you're ever wondering where your pork comes from, there's a good chance it may come from Iowa. Somewhere. Corn is too. They have a lot of corn here too. So. surprised they don't have wind farms over here. I imagine it gets windy through here sometimes. Almost looks like Wisconsin a little bit, but knowing that I'm not in Wisconsin. And they got sporadic snow too, just like Madison and around Madison and the southern part of Wisconsin. This definitely reminds me of just like out in the middle of nowhere, like in Wisconsin. Very similar. Actually, Indiana more like, because Indiana is like this too. So along 65. 6/10 of a mile, I'm going to the right. Old Castle Road. Going to the left in about a mile and a half. Cattle truck sitting right there in the middle of the road. That's interesting. Wonder if he's offloading pigs or putting pigs on there, or what it is. Must not get a lot of traffic through here. That's in, well, during the winter months must not get a lot of traffic, but during the summer it may be different. Nice little curves here. Couple three yellow lines back there. looks like we're turning over here to the right. This is way out here in the middle of nowhere, which is so interesting. Like, couldn't be any further away. Countryside of Iowa. Wow. That road got some pretty big dip. Lansing Road. The road to the right there says pavement ends. So it's just a dirt road. That's kind of funny. So if you guys don't know already, the movie set of Field of Dreams from like 1989, I think. I'm not even sure. It's just a field way out in a cornfield. That's so interesting. Not sure where to go, but yeah, let's look around. I'll talk to you here shortly. All right, so the Field of Dream movie set that I think was done in 1989, if I'm not mistaken. If you build it, and I think the next saying is "He will come," which is interesting. So this is so cool. Seeing this all out here, and this is in the middle of nowhere in Iowa. Guest registry, and obviously it's off season, so there's really nothing to see. Corn by the numbers. That is so cool. U.S. population in 2022 was 333 million. Huh, so cool. So apparently if you rub Denise's face, if you look at her face, her nose is like almost wore off. But apparently if you rub her face, it's like you'll prosper, thrive, and have a great fortune. But if you look, I mean, her face has been like almost, the nose has been pretty much wore off. That is so interesting. So cool. So let's go see what's in the Field of Dreams and see, like, I don't know if I'll have to pay admissions or not. And I don't know if this is actually the original one from the movie set, like this baseball field that's in front of us. I feel like that would be it, because the other one looks a lot newer. But yeah, let's go look in here to see if they got any gifts. Or I would think that being a movie prop set, that there would have to be some sort of gift store. And we are cashless. I think everybody's going cashless now. So let's give it a look. Baseball fans.
Yeah.
Great people will come, Ray. So it must be a quote. So the $20 donation is actually something that they took from the I guess the movie, and they had interpreted as a donation, and it's in this quote, as you can see. So I don't know if I've ever actually even saw the movie. I just knew that it was here when I was coming over here, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. Want to have a catch? This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you build it, he will come. So that's the saying. So definitely cool. So they have baseballs too, I see, and like little baseball bats for $19, and $25 for the bats. I thought this was like Savannah bananas, but I'm not even sure. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Pretty good. So cool. These are some pretty cool hats. Not too bad for the price for that hat. I'm just trying to think if I know anybody that knows that's really good, or that's a fan of baseball right off the top of my head. So So I was just told by an employee that the dugout over here is actually a bar, that sounds like they're refurbishing it and fixing it up. It's under construction right now. But this right here, the house, they do tours during the summertime, and this is the original house from the film Field of Dreams. So that is really cool. I mean, obviously they've modified it, and you can take tours during the summer month when they do tours. But look at there's cameras all over the place up there. So that is really cool. Very neat seeing this in person. Field of Dreams. And this is the bench, I imagine, from the movie theater, or from the movie, along with the field right here too. All from that same movie, Field of Dreams. And again, I'm not 100%. I don't remember ever watching the movie per se. I'm just going off of by what I've seen, clips of it or whatever. But can you imagine some of the stars? You're walking in their footsteps, you know, as they go from home plate to first base right here. That's actually kind of soft. I guess I didn't know what to expect. But you actually get the... It's very neat. And I imagine that field over there, they actually, maybe the professional leagues come in and use that field. Not this one no more. I mean, it doesn't even look like... I guess I don't know the difference from, like, because like, I don't play baseball, so I don't know. But this is third base. But yeah, this definitely kind of cool. And again, this is out in the middle of nowhere. I am surprised how far we are out here in Iowa. So I was supposed to start off at home plate. However, they got it covered over there, so I'm not going to be able to walk over anything. So I started on first base, and I guess we'll end here on third base. So, because again, it's covered over there, and I don't know, like, but that is pretty cool, just being out here. Let's see what some of these signs say. So apparently you can create your own baseball card and stuff with these. That's pretty cool. Closed for the season, so everything is closed. Again, being winter, it doesn't surprise me. I talked to the employee, one of the employees there at the Field of Dreams gift shop, and she said I was the third person today, and it's almost 2 o'clock. So again, they don't get many people out here on the off season, but again, still cool knowing that there was a movie filmed right here in this area that we're currently in, and being able to kind of look at all this stuff, to include the house up there, even though we're not gonna be able to take a tour, but being here in this and seeing this is still pretty neat. So I think with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Again, this is at the Field of Dreams. If you're ever in Iowa, Dyersville, Iowa, it's kind of a hike from Dubuque. We're probably about 30 minutes outside of Dubuque, out in the middle of nowhere. Be sure to check these guys out. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Adventures here, there, and everywhere. And if you build it, he will come.